Hello and welcome to today's episode of my channel, which will be a mail call and an unboxing from Big Charlie's Model Garage. As you may be aware, Big Charlie is collecting 47 Chevy Fleetline Hot Wheels. So you send him a 47 and he will swap you for it. And so I had a couple that I had customized, and I thought I would just send them to Big Charlie. And boy, he sent me back a box full of cars. So I have sneaked a peek. I have been through the box. We'll leave this one in the backdrop. The one Mike Espo sent me. Put one of mine back in there too. Okay, so starting right off, we have this Matchbox. It is a BMW police car. And I can't remember what the date was on the back. I'm not going to be able to find it right away. It's on there somewhere. So anyways, I do believe this was an older one. And let's see where to go. Like I said, I've got a box full of cars. We got the Big Air Bel Air, which is a 56 Chevy. Off-road, four-wheel drive. We talked about the mud run cars, the Mud Bog. They build stuff like this to run at Vic's, just up the road from me. This is a 2017. Then from, what was this, 2003 I think it was, is the Demon. That was a special red line, and then it says Classic, I think, on the metal bottom. So they were bringing those back as a commemorative. Next up is a Matchbox. The Sriracha. I use that hot sauce. A 1962 Nissan Junior. 62 was a good year, as far as I can tell. Don't know about Nissan, but it was a good year for me. Then this one is from 2003. The final edition before they retired this casting of a Lamborghini Diablo. And I can just about bet they brought one back to replace it within a year or two. I can't imagine them leaving something like that uncast for too long. Got the 2019 Ford Ranger Raptor four-wheel drive truck. Should have looked on the back before I brought it up to see what year it was. 2018 is what's officially listed on the back. Then the Volvo 240 Drift Wagon. I got a friend of mine that works on Volvos. He's worked on so many, they should almost grandfather him in with some kind of degree on Volvology or something. He has torn a few of them apart. And from 2017, we have this Chevy van. Very very pretty orange. Oh, and a matchbox. Isn't that something? So, do like this one. Always liked Metal Flake orange. From 2020, a Hot Wheels Triumph TR6. Looks like it's very much in racing form. Do you like my little British sports cars? A friend of mine that always liked them too and restored them said that you can tell when they stopped importing them because you didn't see them broke down alongside of the road anymore like you always used to. A little dig at Lucas Electronics. A Porsche Taycan Turbo S. It says it's a EV, but what, the generator has a turbocharger? Not quite sure how that works. Maybe the EV means something else. Then switching to a Matchbox from 2019, might be a first edition of the 2018 Dodge Charger. Very pretty blue. Love the metallic blue that the Chargers come in. Only problem with me and the Chargers is there's too many colors that look good on them. The Hemi orange, the plum crazy purple, the lime green, this blue. I wouldn't be able to decide. Just couldn't do it. Try to dig out a couple more. Aha, okay, the Blitz Speeder. An X-Racer that's new for 2016, so a first edition. I like the X-Racers. The see-through, especially when they do the chrome interior, the chrome engine and everything, to where it shows up. X-Racer Blitz Speeder from 2016. I'm glad they put that on the front. Then from 2017 is another Nissan, a Skyline GTR with a very beautiful Metal Flake red. Look at that in the sunlight. One of those colors that is just made to be seen in the sun. I think we're getting down near the end of it here, believe it or not. Can't believe it. 2 cars. You outdid yourself, Charlie. Okay, for 2015, we got the Blade Raider. And I noticed on the wing there, is that the treasure hunt emblem? This is another one that's best for track. And at least a treasure hunt. Maybe a super. Not sure what the regular one looked like that time. Then the Tanknator. I remember there was a wheel stander that had a fiberglass tank body on a funny car style chassis that was a wheel stander called Hell on Wheels. And it looked a lot like this. The Tanknator from 2020. Okay, then I got some loose cars. Not sure where this one came from, except for China. It says China on the bottom, but it is fluorescent. I did test it. Not really sure if that's a Chevy grill or a Dodge grill. Could be a Dodge grill. I was convinced it was a Chevy, but like I said, could be a Dodge. Might have to do a little more fluorescent customization to that one, since it's a new member of my fluorescent fleet. Then we have a Johnny Lightning. I think they called the little trucks A100s, but I could be wrong about that. And it's a roller. Those are plastic wheels. Very pretty blue, and I do believe that this is the Little Red Wagon casting, would be my guess. Seeing how the tailgate's open just that far, has a parachute there, and the seats probably were made to replace the engine blower and everything that would be sticking up back there. So, little Dodge. A friend of mine restored one of those. It was a nightmare. He had it for a long time. It was beautiful when he was done, but man, it was a mess. And it was blue. Matter of fact, it was Fleet Light Blue, which was the same as Petty Blue, which wasn't supposed to be sold to the public. It was supposed to be shop truck only. Long story. Anyway, it was an interesting one. And this is a beautiful example of that. And finally, we have the Maelstrom. Very pretty and purple with flames. Twin engine, mid-engine. Has some light playware. You can tell that the little kid that owned this liked it, played with it. But the thing I like best about it is the Hot Wheels logo on the valve covers. That was a nice touch, Hot Wheels. So, that is finally the bottom the bottom of the box. And I want to thank you, Charlie. This is really something. This is great. Get a few of the loose ones back up here. Maybe that's it. So thank you very much for watching today, and I will see you all next time.